Welcome back, guys, to another exciting new episode of Off Season from Everything Horror Podcast. I am your host tonight, Paul Dolsky, and I am here with two of my good friends. Tonight's topic, we're gonna discuss something a little bit different, which I don't really know if a lot of people want to discuss on it that much or whatever it is, but I figured it would be a nice little change up and a nice topic that we can go back and forth debating on whether or not if you would prefer digital or physical. So let's get right into it. So right now we got my buddy Matt from Gaming Hours. We got my other buddy Barry, who is from SkyHighGaming. We got the nice good people. Barry hasn't been here in a while. Matt hasn't been on for a while. So, let's just dive in. So, say hello, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, what's up, guys?
So, in reality, Matt, what would you prefer more, digital or physical? Just set.
I used to prefer digital, or go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in general terms, before we get into, an actual game, but go ahead.
Okay, I used to prefer digital, but now I switched to physical.
Barry, how about you?
Honestly, I still prefer digital over physical, only because, in my perspective, I feel like a lot of the games nowadays that are coming out, they're it's like a GameStop exclusive. I feel like, you get the same thing on digital as you do on physical copy. So with me, it's a lot easier just for me to buy on my PlayStation digital copy of the game, instead of going out, wasting gas. And it beats the fact that, you stand there and get your copy of the game. You can up like digital where you can just and you can play it at it.
You must be downloading again because you're breaking up again, but I can still understand you. So
I have nothing downloading.
That's weird because you were just breaking out. But I could still understand what you were saying. But so you pretty much switched to it because you would rather kind of prefer to save gas on top of if you were getting the same thing if you were to get it physical kind of thing.
Yeah, basically you're getting the same thing. You're getting the same thing digital that you get physical, unless it's a GameStop exclusive to where you can get, like you were saying before, a statue or a soundtrack, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mentioned that off the show before we started it, but yes, I did mention that off the show that, the difference would be to get a physical is if it came with a physical soundtrack, a statue, whatever. But, so let's kind of go with some games, and then we'll kind of debate on it too, back and forth, whether it's horror or not. Because you know how horror is. Horror is usually digital only, usually not really on a disc, which is good and bad, I guess, dependent on the game. So that's all I just wanted to throw out. But in this case, for the off season, feel free to mention a non-horror game, which could help the conversation, balance out or whatever. For example, Matt, we were talking a few weeks back about, I want to say it was Wildlands, that collectors.
Yeah.
So there were two different collectors for that game, right? And Barry, did you look into this too?
Oh, for what game? Ghost Recon?
The Wildlands.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I actually didn't do that.
Huh. Well, Matt, so you and me can talk about this for a minute. But, so you pretty much got the same exact stuff, Matt. like digital-wise, that physical came with, kind of, except the statue.
I think they came with books too. There's actually
and a book.
editions I found out. Yeah, there's 3 of them. There's one from like the UK, I think, too.
Oh boy.
So there's one from Ubisoft, GameStop, and then over there in the UK.
Amazon?
Amazon, yeah. They come with like headphones with a little skeleton thing.
Huh.
Yeah, so there's 3 of them. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a collector's edition.
Right, probably. I mean, I don't really follow Tom Clancy that much, but that's why I figured I'd ask you. But, so,
yeah.
did you go with Wildlands, Matt, or what did you do?
I actually got it twice. They canceled my order, gave me my money back, and then I bought it digital, and then they ended up giving me my copy, which is weird. So I got it twice.
Whatever. So when you said you got it twice, so you got the digital what? Digital deluxe or just digital regular? And for your
I got the season pass and everything.
Okay, so you got the deluxe then for the digital. What about your second copy? Was it the physical or what?
They call it the gold edition since they did not have the collector's edition, which is the season pass and the deluxe edition both together pretty much.
So it was another. So it was, instead of a physical, it was another digital version, just gold.
I got a physical and a digital. The physical one though comes with like a gold case or whatever.
Like a gold steel case type of deal, booklet, whatever.
Yeah, like plastic case.
Okay. Yeah. So like, Barry, I know one that you and me can actually discuss. So, Friday the 13th, if everybody has heard the news, Friday the 13th is coming out, finally. May 26th, guys. May 26th, you're going to finally be able to play Friday the 13th. It just got released today, for the news anyway, the groundbreaking, amazing news that May 26th, we will all be able to play Friday the 13th. Now, let's talk...
If you want...
Oh, go ahead.
If you want, you should add where you can actually buy the game in case people are interested, because right now GameStop can't get it.
Nobody can get it yet. Retailers have not been able to get it yet, except for digital stores. But even PlayStation right now doesn't even have it up yet for pre-order. I don't know if they will, but then again, I don't know yet. So. It's too early for me to say, since we just got the news today that it's finally coming out May 26th. I think they said they would like to pre-order it, which would be about $40, they said. But is it going to be a pre-order? I don't know. Is it going to be a day one, like, purchase thing, whatever? Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
But, Barry, I only know you went with digital for Friday the 13th. So...
Yeah.
So did you want digital or did you want physical? So this goes back to that question. Do you prefer digital or physical? Or both?
Well, my answer is I still prefer digital all day, every day. But physical, I mean, I really want to, I'm kind of like when I've read about what you get with the physical copy, like with what you were saying, that you get so much more with, like, what was it, the collector's edition that you got? You said you spent like $200 something on the game, or $100 something on the game. You got like an autograph of Kane, and it's like, that I kind of, in that situation, I probably would have bought a physical copy. But majority of the time when I buy a game, like I said, it's digital. And I mean, but honestly, I can't really say that, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, it all depends on what you're getting with the game. Like, if there's a better deal digital, then I'm gonna get digital. But if there's a better deal physical, I'll most likely end up getting the physical copy. Now, but at the end of the day, I might end up getting digital too, only because I'm not the big fan of where I have to put the disc in the PlayStation. I just like to have it downloaded. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much easier, and it eliminates the fact that you got discs all over the place and you got cases all over the place. But like I said, for that situation, I feel like it all depends on what they're offering. I mean, like I said, if they're offering a better deal on digital, then I'm going to go digital. But if they're offering a better deal for physical, I'll most likely get the physical. So,
I 100% agree with what you just said there.
I mean, honestly, because don't get me wrong. When we all buy a game, you're gonna want to get the most out of what you can buy, right?
Correct.
So, like, say, like, I don't know, for example, Friday the 13th, okay? It's coming out. If they, like, if there's a physical copy that's going to be giving you an autograph, a steel case, a soundtrack, and all that, you're going to be like, oh, hell, shit, I want that. I want that right now. I'm going to buy it. Only because you're not just getting the game, you're getting a free stuff. I can't really say free stuff. I mean, but it is a massive discount because you got to think about it. Say you're getting the soundtrack. Say you're getting a steel case. Say you're getting an autograph. And if it's an authentic autograph from that person, the autograph alone is probably worth twice, if not 3 or 4 times more than the actual game itself, because it's coming from the actual person. It's a certified autograph. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you said, you just want to go with what you can get. Like I said, if they're offering you a better deal, physical, then you go for physical. If they're offering you a better deal with digital, which honestly though, and here's where I come into play, you can't really get much of a deal with digital because unless it's like a soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? You can't like. If you buy a game digital, you can't be like, hey, you're going to buy the game digital, but we're still going to ship this to your house. What ship my house? A statue? Or it's not like you're shipping, it's not like you're going to get this big major box like this, it's like in Call of Duty, and you open it up and it's filled with a bunch of goodies. You're just going to get some basic stuff, you know? Like I said, honestly, in those situations, it all depends. But with me, the only way I'll get physical copy of games is if it's a really good game and it's like they're offering a lot. Like the last big game out, for example, that I bought was I think it was Call of Duty Ghost or something. When they had you spent like over $100 and you got like care package. It literally, when I say care package,
yeah, I remember that
came into my house. It literally came to my house like a guy. I swear to God, I thought the U.S. military dropped off a package. It was like this big crate.
Yep.
And like, but it was funny because when I opened up the crate, it had the game. It
came with that remote controller thing, right? Like that. Yeah.
It came with that drone.
Yeah, that's what it was. The drone.
It came with the drone. Oh no, I'm sorry. I lied. I'm sorry. It wasn't Ghost. It was
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare.
Yep.
Advanced
there we go.
Warfare. When they had the exosuits, that's what it was. My bad. And they gave the drone. That's the last care package. That's the last thing, the physical thing I bought. And dude, I'm telling you, when I opened that thing, it was literally. They say it was a care package, but the thing was mostly. The inside the care package was mostly foam. So I'm like, it's not like because you're like, I got it. And I was like, dude, they sent me 10 times more stuff than I actually thought I was going to get. And you open it up, and it's just like, you're opening it up to this nothing but disappointment. Like, what the fuck is this? The crate's nothing but fucking foam, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
it's like, and you get like, and it was like 4 items. It was like 4 items in this big ass crate covered mostly in foam. I'm like,
well, yeah, they had to protect the items.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't like I'm like, yeah, I can see that, but you know, when you before you open something like that, you're like, holy shit, this is cool, like,
right,
and then like you think, holy shit, they sent me more than what I thought I was gonna get. Then you open it up, it's just like
4 items, you know what
It's
I'm saying?
like,
Four
fuck
items
you!
in this big box. Like, I thought I just hit the jackpot of all jackpots, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
I felt like I was a pirate. And
Well-
I was like, oh.
well, it's almost like, and you guys need to help me out with this. Was it Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3? If you pre-ordered the, we'll just call it the Super Duper Deluxe because I forgot exactly how they called it. But it was the one where if you pre-ordered, you got the fucking, like, refrigerator. You remember
Black
that?
Ops 3, dude.
It was
Yeah,
3.
that was Black Ops 3. Yeah, you got the little mini,
That was sick.
yeah, you got the little mini Juggernaut refrigerator.
Yes,
like,
that's what it was. Juggernaut refrigerator.
That thing sold out in like seconds, it seemed like, too.
Yeah,
Like, you go on the
they-
GameStop, it was gone.
Yeah, if you actually look at it online, it actually only made a certain amount.
Yeah.
I didn't think a lot of people were gonna buy that big of a thing of the game. Who the hell wants a refrigerator? Like, when I tried to buy it, they said, "Oh, sorry, we're sold out of all these. Only a limited amount." Why do you still have it up?
Right?
Exactly.
Like, why am I to click on it if y'all are out of stock? You know what I'm saying?
They did that with this game I just bought, Persona 5. They had a collector's edition. They canceled it on me, saying that it was too dangerous of an item. And I contacted them, and they said they didn't have it in stock anymore. They sold out. I was like, are you fucking... I was so mad.
Wait.
You can look it up.
It was dangerous? Did I hear that right?
It was a dangerous item. They sent me a message saying something like that. I was like, are you fucking... I called them up.
What was
I'm
the
not even
item?
kidding. You can...
What was the...
It's a Persona... It was a backpack. It comes with a backpack and a little plushie, and they said something about it was dangerous, so they canceled my order.
Oh my god. Wow.
Well, there was something on, if I remember it right, the Titanfall 1 originally had before they, were getting ready to announce the actual game coming out, they were talking about they're talking about a deluxe edition. If you bought it, they were actually going to send you a Bowie knife, like big Bowie knife.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they were in talks of it, and it was just crazy because when it actually came out, like, it was supposed to be this big Bowie knife, and it's supposed to be engraved in the knife that said Titanfall 1 or Titanfall the game. It had an engravement in it and in the blade itself, and it was just crazy how they were like, what you were saying, Matt, where they were like, oh, we can't do it because, you know, so they had to change the whole thing.
Wow.
I was upset, dude, because I actually wanted this collector's edition. I really actually liked the game, too. It's like an anime type game. And when they canceled it, dude, I was like, oh, that sucks. I went to Amazon, same thing was going on over there, so I didn't pre-order it again. I did get the game, the $60 one. It still came with the steel book or whatever. But still, man.
Like, when I heard about Friday the 13th from Paul, I was like, and he was telling me that he spent all this money on the game.
$385.
Yeah, and I was like, man, they better send you a machete in that thing with that game. Like, a machete and a Jason mask, they better send you that for $300 something.
Well, okay, hang on. In my defense, because I'm gonna come back with that comment of you saying they better give me a machete, I'm gonna be getting a steel case of a machete, like, for the game.
That's it.
Like my case,
That's sick.
like my game case is gonna be a steel machete signed by everybody, including Kane Hodder, if I'm pronouncing his last name right. I really hope I am. But yeah, I usually like to say Kane because at least I know I can get his first name right. But yeah, even it's autographed by Kane, one of the original Jasons. And Kane is also the guy behind Jason for the upcoming video game, who actually did the motion capture to help bring Jason to life.
Yeah. I heard was the one that he was playing. He played Jason in the game, like he did all the motion stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah. So to kind of take on from like what you were saying, Barry, about your last thing that you bought as a like collectors or whatever. Mine wasn't a game actually. Mine was a
Oh, really?
yeah. Well, okay, maybe I lied. Okay, but well, you'll see what I'm going with this. So technically, my last game thing I bought that was collector wasn't really a game, even though it kind of was, but it wasn't like a new game. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, my last like physical quote unquote gift set, because that's what they called it, was Jurassic World. I actually got the Jurassic.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah, I got the Jurassic World gift set, which came with like the statue of the T-Rex and that new T-Rex Flash Spinosaurus, I think it was. It was like those two, like it was like the battle statue, like right when those two were about to fight near the end of the movie. That's the last thing that I bought, and that was like $80.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a good deal for a
But
premium statue.
it is a good deal because it came with a cool fucking like DVD case, man. It wasn't like an actual like DVD case. This is a circular like tin case, which came with the Blu-ray, regular DVD, digital copy, and the statue, of course. So for $80, you're getting a pretty good deal, in my own opinion. But for actual like game wise, this is definitely an old one, which I found on eBay, and it was a oh my god, it was just a steal. Let's put it that way. I mean, I remember bidding on this item, and I'm just like, somebody's gonna like fucking blow me out of the park with this by the time this thing is done. The last 30 seconds come for this thing, and guess what? I win the bid. It's the Alien versus Predator Hunters Edition for PS3. If you don't know what that is,
Let me stop you right there, just real quick. Fuck yourself off. That's all I'm saying.
what?
That's all I'm saying. I love me some Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, dude.
Love me some Alien versus Predator.
So for those of you that may not know what the Hunters Edition is for Alien vs. Predator, but it comes with a Dark Horse comic that Dark Horse actually republished just for this edition, and it's hardcover. It comes with a face hugger, which is known for a broken tail, but I haven't personally opened it yet. But it comes with a steel case for the game and like a couple other things. But I mean, you can try to find it right now for over $100. I got it for like $77, and that was with shipping. I was so shocked.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so shocked when I saw that, when I got that email from eBay saying I won. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But I mean, it arrived. It's unsealed. I mean, I haven't even broken into it yet because I just kind of just want it to sit there, even though I spent like $77. You would think I would open it, but no. I'm like one of those collectors where it's just like, that's going on my fucking shelf.
Right.
But,
Oh, I've told you before.
oh, thanks. So, okay, so another example that Matt, you and me can actually talk about. Barry, I'm not sure if you heard about the game, but feel free to comment if you recognize the title. But Little Nightmares, Matt.
Yep.
So did you get that digital or physical?
I got the physical one because it comes with the collectors. I thought that was actually a good deal, the one that you showed me.
The $30 one, pretty much.
Yeah, the 6th edition.
Yeah, the 6th edition. Okay, so
Yeah.
I actually bought that game twice. I bought it for the PSN, and I bought it physical. So I could get, like, the physical statue, the physical poster. Cause I guess it comes with a poster, statue, the box, the DLC, the soundtrack, and the game. So you get those 6 things for the physical copy. For the digital, take out 2 of them, and that's pretty much what you get. Which is the statue. Oh, sorry, take out 3 of them. Because you don't get the poster, you do not get the cool little box, and you do not get the statue.
Right.
But you get the other 3 things. If that makes sense.
I think it's a good deal.
Well,
I don't know if you guys heard. Oh, go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, actually, I think the last thing was a theme. I think that was actually the 6th thing, because technically, I don't think they counted the game, really, technically. But that's all I was going to say. But go ahead, Barry.
Right.
I was actually pointing away at what you were talking about. I didn't know if you guys heard, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys remember. You guys remember Fear, the game that came out on Xbox?
I fucking love Fear.
Yeah.
I fucking love Fear.
So what I heard was they're actually in talks of redoing a remaster of the whole game, like of all the games for next gen.
Oh, wow.
And I heard that there's supposed to be like this massive collection. Like they're gonna do this whole collection thing, and I was in talks with my friends about it because I used to play Fear when I was younger. And they were in talks about doing the games, and they were in talks of actually the girl that plays the voice of the girl. They're actually in talks of having her autograph, because she's a lot older now. Having her autograph, like an authentic autograph of her in the game, and it was just with a bunch of other stuff, and I heard about it. I didn't know if you heard about it, Paul.
I did not hear about this.
I didn't know if you guys heard of it. But when I heard about that they were in talks of doing, like, they haven't actually, like, said, hey, we're doing it, like, we're 100% sure we're doing it, but they are in talks of doing a remastered version of all the games, because I think there's, 3 of them out? 3 of them out?
Yeah.
Two or three? There's 2 or 3 of them out. So they're actually in talks of doing it, and when I heard about that, I was really excited because I loved Fear 1, man. I fucking loved the first one.
Oh, yeah, the first one was amazing, which is actually kind of funny, because since you brought up Fear, I remember pre-ordering Fear 2, and believe it or not, you actually got a pre-order bonus with Fear 2, and it was a book that actually went into the character's backstory.
Was it an art book? Was it like an art book type thing with it?
Kind of, yes, but it was more like a information book where you got to learn the characters.
Yeah, kind of like Dark Souls.
Because I think I was like, that sounded familiar. Like,
I actually still have the book too.
Alright.
Yeah, and now I'm actually drawing a blank of the girl's name. It's like
I can't remember. It's been
Alana. I can't even remember.
I was a kid when I played the first 2 Fears, so yeah, I don't remember it. I remember part 2 and I didn't like it.
I'm personally I can't remember anything about it.
This is what I remember. First game was amazing. Fear 2 ending was like, what the fuck? Is that my kid? Because she's pregnant. And then the third one, I'm just like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, with the third one, I'm like, what the fuck is this garbage? Like, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do remember the fact that I didn't like the third one. The third one was like
it wasn't even Fear.
Isn't it where you had like a brother or something? Like
yes,
that?
it was co-op.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yep.
I kind of feel like the co-op possibly killed it.
I agree, because I didn't have anyone to play at the time, though. That's part of why I didn't like it.
I like being the other brother, that's for sure. But
which one? The red one?
Yeah, the red one. The one that had the paranormal powers. I can't think of the technical word for it right now, but like the telekinesis and like that ability to lift enemies up in the air and shit. And oh god, dude, yeah, he was actually decent to play with because you could literally lift up the character if you were the brother, and then the other guy, or you, like if the other player, I should say, could actually shoot the guy in the air, pretty much to kill him. Pretty much it was just like a cool technique to help each other, kind of thing.
It's like a combination tag team type thing.
Yeah, and then I remember you could possess, where you could actually shoot the other people until like they killed the body or whatever that you possessed. But yeah, it was weird.
I have a. Oh, go ahead, Paul.
I was just gonna say like that you have to keep me posted about this fear collection. Like if there's an article about it or whatever, just send me it.
Definitely, I will. I'll definitely send it. My question to you and Matt, I think because we've all sat here and anybody listening to this podcast, I'm pretty sure you guys played a lot of games in your life. Like you guys played a lot of games. But my question to you is, if you had to name one series that you want them to do a remaster of and add a big collection to, like
Fatal Frames. Fatal Frames. I know exactly where this question's going, and I'm gonna say fucking Fatal Frames. That
you
game.
Fatal Frames, what?
Those games, I should say, need to be remastered. Those are really, really fun horror games. I mean, it was different, and that's what I liked about it. Even though it was based on the true place and true story, but I mean, the idea of it is defeating ghosts with a camera, and you had to make sure like you had enough film to take the pictures, which is pretty much like if you were doing a shooting game, you know, you got to make sure you have enough bullets to kill the guy. In this case, you're not even using a gun. You're just using a fucking camera, and you got to take the pictures of the ghost in order to defeat them. That was like probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in a horror game. While what's the word? We'll just say compelling, an amazing story. And I mean, there's 3 games of Fatal Frame. So if I would love to see a remastered collection of a good series, in my own opinion, it would be Fatal Frame. How about you, Matt?
That's it.
Well, I'll have to think about it. I'll let you know by the end of the stream, though. I was thinking, though, it's not like a game that everybody likes, but I really like The Darkness. I kind of wish they would remake it and make it a little better than the original one was. But I love that game, though. A lot of people didn't like it, though.
I honestly, if it was me, I mean, it's not really a horror game. It's really not a horror game, though, but...
Well, like I said, horror or not.
I think Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry. Like, I think that whole concept, like, of all the games, to just remaster all the games into one giant collection, because Dante was just a fucking beast. Like, hands down, he was a beast. And I feel like if they were to do a remaster of that with all of all the games, and add a really good collection to it, like, the game had a really good story, and I really think that, you know, when you were playing it on past gen, the story was so good at where it would keep you on the edge of your seat. But at the end of the day, can you imagine if they boosted up the graphics a little bit and they gave it a kind of a whole new revamp a little bit? Like, I think you know.
Well, they did bring Devil May Cry 4 over to PS4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So, did you get that?
No, I unfortunately that's one game that I haven't played yet.
Okay.
Only because I didn't finish beating 3, and I really wanted to finish beating 3 first before I came over to 4.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll respect that.
Oh, I don't know if you guys know, they do have a newer type of Devil May Cry too. It's just called DMC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It
I've
wasn't
been
that-
seeing. I saw people playing it, but it didn't really catch my attention. Like honestly.
Yeah, it's not that great compared to the old ones, but it did have
Isn't
newer
it like
graphics.
isn't it like it's really cartoony to me. I don't know. Unlike anything else, it really, unlike Devil May Cry, it had like more of like a cartoon actual, like not like a comic book, but you could definitely tell it was more of like an anime type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they try to
go to
copy
it.
styles off other people, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just wanted to put that out there. They do have a DMC from I think 5 years ago now, or something like that.
Yeah, it's been out for quite some time now. It's probably about 3, 4 years, maybe 5 years old. Yeah, you're probably around the ballpark. But yeah,
Because it came out when PlayStation 4.
Yeah, so
Yeah, remastered.
So let's go back into the whole physical digital thing. So like we were talking about too with Little Nightmares. Yeah, I mean, I bought the physical because of the actual physical item. Even though, yes, I did buy the digital, but I mean, it's a win-win situation. I mean, kind of like the idea of this podcast is like, at least with digital, you're still getting what the physical is giving you, except for like maybe those 3 things is pretty much what I mentioned. Or yeah, 3 things.
This is why I think it's a win-win. The game digital is only $20, I think, if I read that correctly.
Yes.
And then you're only paying like $15 more and you get all that stuff.
Well, in our case, Matt, I mean, I don't know if you have Amazon Prime, but in my case, since I have Amazon Prime, I'm only paying like $28 for the physical edition for Little Nightmares.
Yeah, see, exactly, yeah.
So, I mean, yes, it is a win-win situation, but if you want that physical statue, that box that they made exclusive for the physical 6th edition, and that poster, you're gonna want to pre-order that shit. Or at least, try to find it or whatever.
Right.
Speaking of digital and collector stuff, I'm actually looking at the game right now, but so for PS Vita, there's 2 games. I'm not really sure how to pronounce the first title, so I'm just gonna call it Night Alone. It's for PS Vita. It's also on Steam. Great game, but the other game is called The Firefly Diary. But
I think I've heard of that, actually.
You probably have.
I definitely.
Yeah, you probably have, because it is a horror. Like, The Night Alone is definitely horror. I'm not really familiar with Firefly Diary because I haven't started that yet. But what's cool is there is an actual physical edition collectors, as I'm going to call it. It's like $40. It actually comes with both the games on one little PS Vita thing. It comes with a fucking like art book. It even comes with the fucking physical soundtrack. So you're getting the physical soundtrack of the Firefly Diary and the 1 track for Night Alone, which I actually had to confirm myself because I was kind of curious about the physical soundtrack of what was Night Alone and what was Firefly. But yeah, there's only 1 track for Night Alone, while the rest of the soundtrack is the Firefly Diary. But that's another example. I mean, I won't lie. I was gonna buy that Night Alone game digitally. But then I found this collector's edition on Amazon for $40, and I just said, well, fuck it. I can get 2 games, the artwork, and a physical soundtrack for $40. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that.
Yeah. it's just like the Little Nightmares. Like they're in the same boat. They're like really cheap, but they come with so much stuff that you can't say no to it if you're a collector.
Or even if you're not a collector, but you just like to have like that
Sure.
poster or statue because you just like statues.
If you're a fan.
Yeah, if you're a fan. But I mean, so here's my question, guys. So as we also know, which is also another game that comes out in 4 days away, Outlast 2. Now,
Boy.
I can't wait for that.
now,
Wait for that.
now, they're actually releasing it digitally, of course, for like, I'm assuming $20. But here's the kicker though. They're now offering a physical edition with the original Outlast, with the DLC Whistleblower, and Outlast 2 for $40. So,
Yeah, I'm getting it on Tuesday. Woo!
what, the physical or digital?
Physical.
You're actually gonna get the
know me,
physical?
Paul. Yes, only because I never beat the other ones anyways, and I don't feel like downloading the digital thing. I like discs. I don't like how you have to put the disc in. Like that's why I agree with Sky High earlier. But I buy a disc all the time now, only because, like I told you before, PSN has screwed me over, and I called them, and they never fixed my game today. I still don't have Don't Starve. I might buy the new bundle next month for Don't Starve. Matter of fact.
Don't Starve Together.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting
I
that.
buy it, so.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so we got already a physical for Outlast 2. I'm getting it digitally because I already have the others. So.
That's what I'm doing. I'm getting it digital too.
No, I agree. It is a better deal to buy it on digital if you have the games already.
Yeah. So for those of you that may not have gotten a chance to play the first Outlast, because, I don't know, maybe because you don't have internet or something. I mean, I don't know, but here's your chance now to actually play all of it.
All I'm saying is it's a great game.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
I
And
can't remember how many times I played and beat that game and the DLC.
yeah, I mean, I already got my PSN ready for when that goes up. I'm gonna just purchase it.
Right.
It's gonna be like, PSN, take my money.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I see it come up too, I'm just gonna buy it.
When I first saw it on PSN, wasn't it a free game?
Yes, it was the free game of February of 2014, I think.
I think that's how I got my. No, I didn't get my copy then. No, I didn't get my copy as a free gift. I bought my copy of it because Bree was she was like, Bear, I want you to get this game. You gotta play this game. And she's like, first I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna buy it. And I bought it. And I
The
just
bundle,
bought the
I think,
regular
too.
game. I never bought the bundle.
Okay.
I never bought the bundle. I bought the regular game, and I was like, I bought the game. She was like, play it. And I'm like, all right. And I played it, and I was glued to the TV. I was like, this is a fucking amazing game. When I got done beating it, I was like, oh, I'm purchasing DLC right now. Whistleblower, here we go. And like, I played that. It was just, and then I had so much fun with it. I just kept on playing it, man.
People, I don't know if you're in the same boat. A lot of people got a lot of people to watch them while they're playing it on Twitch.
Yeah, see, with me, I stream on Twitch, so I need to. I definitely enjoy doing the horror streams. I haven't done one in a while. And still gotta play Resident Evil 7 because of this whole work thing. But I gotta sit down and play it, and I really need to stream it. And I really would like just have a horror night, and just be able to play the game. And because you already know when Outlast 2 comes out, shit, I'm playing that.
Yeah, agreed.
I was playing that, man. I'm like, Outlast 2, man, that was just great game.
That's why it's kind of I like how Little Nightmares comes out like a week later, but it kind of scares me because I want to play Outlast like as much as I can.
Well, okay, Matt, I'm gonna stop you right there. So we got Outlast 2 coming out on the 25th of this month. Then we got Little Nightmares coming out 3 days later.
Yep.
So, and I do agree with what you're saying, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to beat Outlast 2 within the 3 days. But the question now,
maybe I'll just be like, "Hey, Paul."
The question now is though, are we gonna be able to finish it? Because you got to think on this now. When Outlast 2 was officially announced release date, April 25th, Australia banned Outlast 2. And then, so that set the bar like, oh shit, like, if Australia is banning this game, then there must be something fucked up about this. And then, and then that article comes out where you hear a little bit why Australia banned it because of this certain scene, but plus more, but they gave like an example of like a scene. And after reading that, man, for those of you that are not familiar with the original Outlast, you need to go back to our podcast to episode 5 called Outlast the Horror. It was an all-female episode, but trust me, you're going to learn a lot about the first game. And pretty much that shit that did not come into play with the first game is going to now come into play with the second game. It's well, hang on, Barry. Like, one example I can give, for those of you listening right now, I don't know how many people even know this. I actually don't even know if Barry, you even knew this, or Matt. I don't even know if you even knew this. But, the original idea of Outlast with Chris Walker was if Chris Walker grabbed your main protagonist, he was actually going to rape you. He wasn't just going to rip your fucking heart out. He was going to fucking rape you. But
that's dramatic.
But they cut it out of the game because they didn't want to lose players. But now, with the second one, I'm pretty sure, because of what we've read, they're going to fucking bring in that.
No, did you hear UK is not banned anymore?
Australia. Yeah, it's not banned anymore. Because they made that modification. But it makes me wonder, though, what did they have to modify?
Yeah, I think we're going to get the same copy they get. I think we're going to get that whatever got edited, we're going to get edited too.
Well, yeah, they've already, Red Barrel's already confirmed that there's only going to be one copy of the game. So, because of Australia, we got the modified version because of their laws.
Yeah, thanks. Me and my friend I was bitching at my friend. I was like, you guys fucking made it for now. We don't get the uncut edition. I was so mad.
Well, okay, so here's something else that I thought was interesting. Matt, you might have even didn't, I don't know if you've known this or not, but believe it or not, Evil Within, okay, the Evil Within, when that was coming out, I don't know if you even heard, but I think it was Japan even, which I'm pretty sure Japan was where the game was even being made. But anyway, just to get to the point, they actually had to censor it, the Evil Within. And then here's the fucked up thing. In order to get your Evil Within uncensored, you actually had to pre-order it to get the code, or DLC as they called it, so that you could get the uncensored version of the game.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. So
no, do you know? I believe that though, because you guys probably don't know this game, but Kingdom Hearts, the new one that just came out, the one in Japan, when you cut off Sephiroth's head or whatever, this little like fucking dog thing, when you cut its head off, it squirts out green blood in Japan. Around here, they made it black because it was too uncut for like little kids around here. I'm like, that's stupid, man. And that's the same thing. That game's from like Japan or something like that, China.
But yeah. So I got a couple more things that we can go about with this, and then we'll go with you guys. So one other thing I just want to throw out there, which I already posted about it. I don't know if people actually saw it or not on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But for those of you that may have seen it or may not have seen it, but I posted earlier that I backed another game. I purchased another $112 game to pledge for I could get some cool rewards. And it's for a game coming out next year called Ghost Theory. Ghost Theory was one of our Spooky Saturdays premiere things where we like to show off some cool games or movies or anything, and Ghost Theory was one of them. So I pledged £88, which in American that's $112, and this is what you get. You get the physical game. I get forum access. I get a physical soundtrack. I get wallpapers from my awesome PC. I get a t-shirt even. I get a physical art book, I get postcards, physical ghost book, UV flashlight, and a luxury box that keeps everything, like the books and stuff, like in a storage. Now, I know you're probably thinking right now, a physical ghost book, what does that mean? The physical ghost book is a book of all the like missions of the real places that you encounter in the game. And I just want to throw it out here. One thing that Ghost Theory did to catch my attention is the fact that Ghost Theory is based off real ghost stories, real haunted places in the United States and Europe, everywhere. I mean, it is not just like one made-up thing. I mean, we're talking real-life hauntings in this game. And I can't really remember some of the well-known series, like well-known hauntings, but if you go to ghost-theory.com, you can learn all about the game and everything. But pretty much the physical ghost book showed you actual photos and the information of the real haunted places that take place in the game. And that is one reason why I was waiting to get my hands on the physical collectors, because I just wanted that book, ghost book, so I could like have it to read physically. But that goes back to you guys. So we'll just say, for example, Ghost Theory, when that game comes out, because, you know, for what I paid, I know it's a lot, but it's actual physical stuff. But you can pre-order digital copies of the digital ghost book, the digital art book. So I guess my question for you, Matt and Barry, is if you were to watch the trailer and read about this game enough, would you A, want to pre-order a physical, or would you want to pre-order digital? And this comes back to the same thing. Pretty much, you're going to get everything that the physical is going to give you, except for, like, the flashlight and physical stuff, of course. But, like, so what's your take on this?
Well, honestly, I think if you're, like, it comes back to what I was saying earlier, as being a gamer, I want to get everything that I can get for my money's worth. If it involves me spending if it involves me spending the same amount of money for a digital copy instead of a physical copy, and I'm only getting, and if I'm doing a digital copy and I'm getting two things, sorry about my dog, guys. If I'm getting two things less than I would be getting in the physical copy, then I would in that case I would get the physical copy, only because you get two extra things. for the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? That's just in my opinion. So if I saw the trailer of what is it, Ghostly something?
Ghost Theory.
If I saw the trailer for it, I'd most likely end up getting the physical copy of the game.
Okay.
That's just me.
Digital edition gives you a little bit more because, like, in my defense, I went with physical, even though my physical copy of the game is going to be PC. So what that means is when the game comes out for PlayStation, I will have to spend that, I'm trying to think now. We'll just say $10 or whatever for the game, because I really don't know how much the game is literally going to be. But we'll just say $10 for the game. So, but I mean, it's going to be worth it because in my eyes, I've already spent enough because I'm satisfied with my purchase, even though I'm not going to actually get the physical game copy or digital copy for my PlayStation, but at least I got what I wanted, which was the physical soundtrack, the physical ghost book, because to be honest, the physical ghost book was really what I wanted. I wanted the physical ghost book, just because, and I just told you why I wanted it. That way I held the actual photos and stories of the real hauntings in the game.
Yeah, Paul, I agree with you with the book and stuff like that because I like books and I like sealed book cases, like the cases you get for like collector's and deluxe editions. Those are my favorite things from collector's editions are the books and stuff. I like to read them whenever I'm bored or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer, but while we're talking for a minute, we'll try. While I'm looking this up, we're gonna go with my other question, and then we'll go with you guys if you have anything else to add. But my other question is digital games, and we're gonna go back to Friday the 13th too, because the studio behind Friday the 13th game made an amazing point, which I really hope studios follow up on. Because, you know, it makes so much fucking sense. And that, my friend, is, so in this case, since we're on PlayStation, except for you, Barry, I know you're on Steam too, but we'll just say PlayStation just for the sake of the question. But if you were to buy a digital horror game, we'll just say, and I'll give an example. But if you were to spend $30 on a digital game, would you expect a platinum for the game?
If you don't mind me going first, that comes out to Outlast 2. I don't even know if that has a platinum, do you?
That had not been released yet. The trophy list had not been released yet.
Yeah, I don't mind it because I've bought plenty of games on disc that don't have platinums, but...
Was it worth it, though?
Depends how people do. I don't think so, if it only has, like, 2... Especially if it has only, like, 5 trophies, for example. I don't think it's worth it. Same for DLCs that only have...
Right.
Like, 1 trophy.
Right.
Which I've heard of it, Watch Dogs. They only have 1 trophy on one of their DLCs. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so... To go back to Ghost Theory for a minute. So I told you guys that I spent the physical edition to get the physical soundtrack book, art book, and physical ghost book. So let me tell you guys this. If you don't want to spend $112 like I did for the physical stuff, but you want the collector... you want the ghost book and the art book and the soundtrack, spend that £59 because that £59 is going to turn into $75.60 American. So, you know, you're not...
go ahead.
I was going to say, I know you're not getting anything physical, but at least you're going to be getting a digital copy of the art book, you're going to get a digital copy of the ghost book, and you're going to get a digital soundtrack. I mean, I know I'm gonna I'm gonna be getting the physical items of those three things, but I mean, at least you can get them though for a little bit cheaper.
I was going to say if they don't have the physical disc anywhere else, like at any other store, it's actually going to be worth it to buy the physical because it might be rare someday.
That is true.
Yeah. Because I buy it from Limited Games all the time, and their games on eBay go for like $800 sometimes.
Holy shit!
So it's ridiculous. Like I have Retro City Rampage, and last time I checked, it was like $400.
Wow!
For like the in a plastic case and everything.
Which is usually how much are a limited run games? Because I know exactly that company you're talking about, but like, how much are their prices?
And they actually $25, and then shipping's $5 in America. But
that's amazing.
Like Canada and stuff. Yeah, it's like $8 in other places.
That's not bad.
If you buy their game, they only make like a couple hundred copies, and you'll never get them again. They don't make remasters.
Right.
Or reprints or whatever.
Yeah, reprints. Yeah, that would be the word you're looking for. Yeah, but Barry, in your case though, with Ghost Theory, would you spend the 112 like I did for physical, or would you go with we'll just round it up to 76 for the digital, even though you're gonna get everything that I am gonna be getting, but it's not gonna be physical?
I mean, in that opinion, I'd probably, probably still go with the physical, only because, like I said, goes back to what Matt was saying earlier, PlayStation has been known to mess up a lot of digital stuff, and I don't want to spend all that money digital, and then I still have the game, but something happens to my pre-order stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I would probably I'd probably spend the extra money on the physical stuff, only that I know that I can physically have it, and that I know that nothing will physically happen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That is probably my opinion. Like I'd probably spend out the extra money, only because one, you're getting a great deal from it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean you don't even. I know all that stuff I know all the amount of like the total of all that is more than what you're actually paying for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're giving you a nice deal for it. So you might as well just spend the money for the physical copy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to support scalpers, but if you were buying this and you never opened it because you were just buying it for a collector item or whatever, if you wanted to make your money off it, $80 is really nothing compared to something that will probably never be sold anywhere else.
Which is true. All right, I will agree with that. I will definitely agree with that. Yeah, and to go back about buying the game, just the game for Ghost Theory, I just looked it up. So you're going to be spending £20, which roughly turns into $26 for American, which is not that bad. But at least then, with the $26, you actually have the ability to pick your console, which is Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam even. So, I mean, even if I wanted to spend another $26, it would be worth it to me because, you know what, at least I'm going to get it for PlayStation. But, you know, I'm already going to have the two other reward, we'll just say, because I'm already going to have the form access and the wallpaper, but at least then I'll have my fucking PlayStation. But then it kind of goes...
I forget if you said this.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Do they have a bundle? Do they have a bundle where you can get, like, PS4 and PC if you wanted to?
I don't... It doesn't look like it. It looked like you would have to buy it twice, so that's going to be $50.
Okay, I was just making sure.
No, but that is a good question. But no, it's if you wanted to play on PlayStation and PC, you would be spending about like, what would that be? $52.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
Which is. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you're pretty much spending, like, money for 2 copies of the game. But if you play it smart like I do, which I'm gonna just throw it out there, but I mean, I played another game, Layers of Fear. I mean, I know that's not that doesn't have a physical, but I mean, hell, I bought that shit on PlayStation. Loved the game. And then I went into Steam because I love how Steam, like, not only can you buy the game, but if you buy the game, then you can get the DLC for the soundtracks of the game. And I won't lie, Layer of Fear soundtrack is fucking amazing. I fucking love that soundtrack. And, you know, that recent week went on sale. So I ended up going on Steam, and I ended up getting the bundle and got Layers of Fear. I got the DLC called, like, Orphanage, I think, or whatever it was called, which is an additional storyline. And I actually got the soundtrack. And I only spent $12. So, but if you add it up, I spent, what? $42 total on Layers of Fear, or whatever it is, $32 maybe. I mean, I honestly don't remember how much it is anymore on PlayStation. But that just goes to show, like, I like digital at some points. But yeah.
You know, I bought digital before. Remember, Until Dawn, I bought digital because I was really, really excited for that game. You know.
Okay, so we can talk about that, Matt and Barry. So when you both pre-order a digital copy of a game with PlayStation and Steam, of course, and whatever, but now with pre-order and digital, once it hits midnight or 12:01 of the day it gets released, you can already play it. While people like, per se, me, who prefer physical sometimes, we would have to wait until about 10 a.m. just to go to our local GameStop and pick up our pre-order. But
thank you for bringing this up. Yes. They're actually fixing this at GameStop. Resident Evil, you could actually get the game at 8 o'clock when that came out at GameStop if you bought it on physical, I mean. Not digital, physical.
Now, what do you mean? 8 o'clock at night or 8 o'clock that next morning?
The 8 o'clock the morning before the game even came out, I had the game. I was playing that game like 3 or 4 hours before a lot of my friends were. You can even check on my my trophies list.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was playing it a day before it came out. I couldn't sync the trophies sometimes because I don't know why, but yeah, they come
probably because it wasn't technically out yet. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but it was a place, or it was because I had GameStop's what's that called? That little thing you have to pay $15 every couple months. I had that, and yeah, the game came out like at 8 o'clock or something like that. It was either 8 or 6, but I think it was 8.
But okay, so Barry, your opinion on this, like kind of like we just said, with the whole buying digital, you get to play at midnight, while people like me sometimes will have to wait till 12 a.m. Sometimes midnight, but that goes back to like what Barry was saying before, though. He doesn't have to leave his house and waste gas. He can already just wait for 12:01, and there's the game right there.
See, but here's my thing. Here's my take on this whole thing. And I'm pretty sure you both will agree with me on this one. I think that they should make it to where you can, if you bought the game, if you pre-ordered the game, they should be, like, if you were to go to GameStop, you pre-ordered, okay, let's say, okay, Until Dawn, or not Until Dawn, Outlast 2. You pre-ordered the game. You pre-ordered a physical copy of the game at GameStop. But you had to go to GameStop when they were doing the midnight release. I think it's not fair. I don't think that people that buy digital games can play the game at midnight, unlike people that have to buy pre-order physically, have to wait till like 1 or 2 in the morning to play, because when you get to GameStop, you gotta wait in a line just to get your copy of the game. and it's retarded. What, in my opinion, I think they should start releasing the physical copy of the game at around like 8 o'clock, and that gives you at least enough time to go home, put the game in, and download it. And I think if you buy the physical copy of the game, and they would do that, and if it's not midnight by the time the game's downloaded, it should just have a little lock thing next to it, just like digital, until it's time to play, or you're allowed to play it. I don't think people that buy physical copies should have to wait until midnight to get their copy. I think it's retarded.
I think that's why GameStop's trying to fix it, but also I think that people that buy it digital get it first is because when you buy it digital, you actually have to put down your full $60. If you buy it from GameStop, you have until
the day of release.
Yeah, whenever. In matter of fact, you don't have to pay it off when it comes out. I've had a game where I had $5 I still owed on it, and they waited until Friday, and they still gave me all my stuff.
Huh. Interesting.
So I love my GameStop for that. Like, I remember my VR. I had like a couple dollars left over. They waited until Friday, and I paid them.
Nice. But that just reminds me of a game, since we are talking about how physical copies are usually playing before digital. So, Let's go back to The Witcher 3. I know it's not horror, but like I said...
Great game, love it.
But like I said, it helps to talk about different things instead of just horror, because it helps show what this whole idea of this episode is. So, Matt, you pre-ordered The Witcher 3, correct?
Yes, I did.
Physical or digital?
I had it physical, but the same thing happened for Persona. I had the collectors, and then they said they couldn't get it, so I ended up with the Steelbook edition.
Barry, you got it afterward, correct? Kind of like me.
No, when The Witcher 3 came out, I pre-ordered that.
Okay.
But I pre-ordered it.
Okay. So do you guys remember the day before Witcher 3 was coming out, they actually released it early? They released it the day before. It was like, 8 o'clock or whatever, where people were already playing it because they released it early?
I think it was because of pre-order bonus. They don't have that too often, but you can do it. Even Best Buy has it now. If you have that $20 Best Buy card or whatever, you can go there and get games early sometimes. Well, it doesn't always happen, though. Sometimes they're going to tell you to screw off or something.
Well, what I'm trying to ask, though, is that since you guys pre-ordered it, did you actually get your copies early, or did you have to wait till the actual release day?
I had to wait until release date.
Barry?
Yeah, what's up? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. When you pre-ordered The Witcher 3, was it physical or digital?
Oh, it was physical.
So did you get your copy early, or did you have to wait?
Oh, I had to wait, dude. I had to wait in line.
So you weren't one of the lucky ones that actually were able to play it early then?
No. That was actually the last...
Go ahead.
That was actually the last game that I pre-ordered physically. Because I was tired of waiting in line. Because, like, by the time I got home to play... Like, I'm not going to lie to you. The game came out at midnight. I was stood in line until 1:30 in the morning. And I didn't get my game until, like, 1:30.
That's like going to Call of Duty and waiting there forever.
Yeah. Dude, Call of Duty? Oh, my God. Don't even bring that up. I waited with my brother for like 3 hours for that.
Exactly. I remember when Modern Warfare 2 was coming out. I waited in line till 2:30. Got home, put the game in my system, let it download with the update, and then I turned off my system and went to bed because I had to go to work in like a couple more hours.
Yep.
And that's what sucks.
No,
Yeah,
that's why I love digital for that reason, though, at the same time, because you guys do get to play it early, but luckily I do have friends that will stream the game where I can watch them if I wanted to, though.
Kind of like you and me
That
went
is
Until Dawn when I got fucked over.
Yeah. But I could have got fucked over, too. That's why some digital, because I know GameStop will, or sometimes it can't fuck you over, so I do buy digital sometimes, but it's not all the time I will do it. That's why I do agree with you guys. It's awesome. You get to play the game sometimes at even 11, like some of the DLCs for Division. I get to play it early, but it does screw some people over where they can't play it early. So I think it depends on your area and your time zone and everything.
Probably. But, so my last question for you guys, before you guys can ask anything, is we'll go back to physical and digital, and this can be for anything, games, movies, whatever. Well, we'll just look at it in game wise right now because it would actually fit the question what I'm about to say, kind of. So, Friday the 13th, the people behind Friday the 13th game, which is Gun Media, they actually put out an article a couple months back stating that they would rather charge $30 for the digital copy and $60 for the physical because they do not believe in why physical and digital need to be the same exact price when the only difference is you don't have the physical case or in disc.
Yeah.
So, but
I wouldn't charge $20 for the case though.
So see, I mean, but this is before Friday the 13th bumped it up to $40 though, and that's because of the whole single player. They found a way to do single player, so they bumped it up to 40. Which I mean, hey, whatever. That's fine with me. I mean, you guys have found a way to do single player. I mean, hell, that was one pledge I wanted to unlock, because I would love to play Jason offline when I'm not, in the mood to play with real people. Because, you can actually experience the game better that way. But my question, though, for you guys is, real quick, is do you think that digital and physical need to be the same price? And if not, why? Which we probably already said. But Matt, let's start with you.
No, because I think that physical should maybe be like $5 more. But I think they want to do that anyways because Trump's president. I think they said they wanted to increase the prices on video games. So maybe in a year or so, video games might be more money anyways for physical copy.
Well, from what I understood, you can thank Trump for that, because I heard Trump is responsible for possibly games going up in price.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but...
Me either. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard, so I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. I told my friend about it. My friend's like, oh, if that happens, I'll quit games. But physical copies, I think, should be more money anyways. You're getting a little case. Sometimes you get more than a case. If you pre-order it from GameStop, you get, statues and stuff for free. I've got Naruto statue for free just for pre-ordering the game, so it does happen.
No, I agree, but do you feel, though, that, digital should be the same, or should it be less, though, is what I'm saying?
Digital should be less. I think $60 is a fair price, in my opinion.
You think 50 instead of 60?
For digital, yeah.
Okay. Barry, let's go with you now. Let's get your take on digital versus physical price.
Well, personally, I think physical. In my opinion, if you ask me, I think physical should be 60, like it is.
Oh,
but I think digital, honestly, should be like maybe 40 or 50. And the reason why I say that is because you're spending, and this is where it comes down to, you're spending $60 just for a 12-digit code. That's basically what you're doing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Now it's different if you're spending it for a disc that you have to physically put into your system and it comes with a case. That I can understand. But the fact, hold on guys, I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. The dog just wants to get his 2 cents in.
While he's gone, I will add one more thing.
So,
Go ahead. No,
well, no, my take on the whole thing is, like, you're paying all that money just for a 12-digit code. Now, like I said, when it comes to physical, I can understand it being 60 because you're paying for a disc and you're paying for a case. I can understand that. You're protecting the game. But, like, in my personal opinion, I think digital should be less, only because of that aspect. But it also has to do with the fact that it also depends on what kind of DLC you're getting with it, or what kind of add-ons are you getting with it. Now, if you're getting a digital code plus, extra things with the game, yes, then in that aspect, a digital game should be a little bit more. It should rise up, but it should not. It all, like I said, in my opinion, it all depends on what you're getting with the code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, the perfect example for digital is those bundles they have where it's like 2 games in one. I think those actually should be $60 for digital, but the ones where it just comes with 1 game, yeah, make them a little cheaper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it almost goes back to, like, what Barry was saying with the whole, like, additional extras that you're gonna get with, like, pre-order and stuff. That's almost going back to, like, anything, really. But we'll go back to Little Nightmares, Matt. Me and you are spending, like, an additional almost $10 just to get that physical box, that physical statue, that physical poster, possibly a physical soundtrack. I'm not really 100% sure if it's physical soundtrack, but I'm just saying that just because I don't really know. But from what I see, though, you're getting a physical poster, you're getting a statue, you're getting a sweet, like, collector box that had this stuff in it. But, I mean, you're getting 6 more things with the game. Plus, even though you're getting, like, almost the same stuff with the digital, which is $20. So, well, hang on. It kind of goes back to the, like, Barry was saying. And, like, what we were talking about before, like, so Little Nightmares is $20 to pre-order digitally, which it goes back to, yes, you're getting the same exact stuff that you would physically, but you ain't gonna get the physical shit.
Yeah. They could fix that, though, because some people do, like, give you digital codes for your game and still give you physical stuff. They could do that.
Which is stupid.
Like, there's a video game where they give you a box, and it just came with a digital code.
Yeah.
It came with, like, a poster, statue, fucking, like, 200 other things.
Hitman.
Like
Hitman did that.
Yeah. It was like 100 or no, that was 200, but there's another game that was like 100, but either way, it's still a good deal.
There's another PS3 game that did that too. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was called. It was like Middle Earth something. I can't remember, but it was like Lord of the Rings style. But you could literally walk into GameStop, pick up the box, pay for it, and all you got was a code. You didn't even get a disc.
No, but the thing is, though, if you're going to buy digital, GameStop does that now, too. If you want, you can buy a digital code of a game and still get physical copies from the store. But the thing is, some people want the disc because they want the case. But you can also do that. My GameStop allows me to go there, buy a case without the disc with the collector's edition with a digital code.
Okay.
But the only thing is, most of the time, it doesn't come with a season pass or anything, so it's more money than the collector's edition.
Yeah, but when you're buying the game and season pass bundle digitally, you're almost spending somewhere around $80 to $100, depending on how much the season pass is. But
that's why I do agree. Digital games should stick to your console if you're going to buy digital, but if you really want the physical stuff, you can do it, but I don't know if every GameStop does it. I know GameStop in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, where I live, they're always like, oh, we don't have a physical copy or a digital copy of the game, but we do have the collector's edition. But my GameStop in Dover, New Hampshire, they're like, we have the digital code without the case, and you can get the collector's edition, or you can get the case with for like 15 extra bucks or whatever, whatever they charge you for the case.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of GameStops, even though Resident Evil thing, me and Azul were the only people that had that happen to us, and he lived in California and I lived here.
Which, that's another example right there. So, you can pretty much get the same shit for Resident Evil 7 digitally, which is like $80 or what, or $90, whatever. But then you can go to GameStop, because this is a GameStop exclusive, and get the physical deluxe only at GameStop for the same price.
Yeah. I actually like the GameStop exclusive deals, except Ubisoft deals, because they're like $250 for a collector's edition.
Ubisoft is just stupid.
Yeah, Ubisoft is on drugs when it comes to their collectors, and it's like a little doll, dude. It's like a little kid's toy. But anyways, all these studios do it way better. Like, for example, Persona I was talking about earlier, their collector's edition was $100. It came with a plush toy, a backpack you can bring to school, whatever, a bunch of other crap. It was $100, but the game by itself is $60 for the steelbook anyway. So the backpack was actually really nice. It was probably like a $40 backpack. Who knows how much it really costs, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. But
I also say that digital should be able to get the physical if they want to. I wish that PlayStation could figure out a way to do that. If people really wanted the digital and they wanted the physical stuff.
So what you're saying is, like, if they wanted both of them, digital and physical, do you think that they would deserve a discount? Because that's what I would think. If you're going in buying the physical and digital, I would say you should get a discount. Because why go in and pay the game twice? Kind of deal.
Exactly. I agree.
But, that's all my questions. I mean, we can go, I know I could go on because, I mean, we haven't really discussed movies, but, I mean, that kind of goes with, like, movies. Like, I don't know if Barry would have something to say with this even, but, like...
I have a... Oh, God.
Well, I was just going to say, like, it goes with, like, we haven't really said anything about movies even, but, like, how do you guys feel now? Like, Matt, I don't know if you bought any movies, if you buy movies, like, Blu-rays or whatever, but I know, Barry, sometimes you do. And sometimes I even give my digital code to you sometimes. But my I guess my question is, like, do you feel like I'm trying to think of a good example right now. Like, we'll just say The Witch, for just for the sake of the question. So, like, let's say you go to Walmart, buy The Witch for, we'll just say, $15. So you're getting a disc, a physical copy of the movie, and then a digital code for, your laptop, your phone, and stuff. Now, do you fully believe $15 is worth getting the physical disc and a digital code? I guess is what I want to say.
I personally think it's perfect because for not for 15 really, because like if you think about it, for 20, you got to think that you're getting 3 versions of the movie. You're getting a Blu-ray copy, a regular DVD copy, and a digital copy. So in my opinion...
Sometimes 4, I think, because of the ultraviolet.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, that's the cool thing about it now. It's like, a lot of the 4K stuff, I think, if you were to buy 4K movies for like $20 or $22 something, you get a 4K version of the movie, a Blu-ray version of the movie, a DVD version of the movie, and you get digital. So it's like, in my opinion, I think I really think it's a really good price because you're getting a lot for a very cheap price. You know what I mean? Now I can understand if you're spending like 30 or 40, yeah, that'd be ridiculous. But $20, honestly, is a really good price for 4 copies or 3 copies of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just me. I personally think.
Well, that goes into like me. I recently bought 2 films. So the first one I recently got was Blair Witch. That came with Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. $15. That's a fucking steal for 3 items right there, in my own opinion. The latest one I actually just recently got is Don't Breathe. $15. Only comes with the Blu-ray and digital. Is it worth it? Yeah, why not? You're spending like $7.50 for each. Whatever. But I mean,
Right.
but with Blair Witch, I feel like you got more for spending $15. Like, in my own opinion, it's almost like I spent $15 on the Blu-ray and regular DVD, and I got the digital for free. You know what I mean? It's almost like a buy two get one free thing.
I can't really be a part of this conversation because almost around here, a lot of their movies are only $10, even for new movies, because I don't get taxed.
Well, I know you don't get taxed because you're assholes, and anyway, well, no, but Matt, you still could join the conversation though. Like you could get a $15 movie and still get the same shit though. But I mean,
Yeah, I paid $20 for what's that new movie that came out? Split. I bought Split. I obviously bought digital because I like that shit. Or
Yeah,
I like my movies. I like my movies digital for some reason, but it was $20 even digital for me though, because I had to buy it from probably a different state or whatever the hell. They charge you more than they do if I would have went to the store, which I'm ripping my own self off, but whatever.
well then. But Barry, you were gonna say something too? Oh.
No, but I honestly think that it's a very good price. You know what I mean? I think, and sometimes with those cool things is for a lot of the movies. Some of the movies, like the really big movies, they do the collection for like $25, and some of those things come with like not just a movie but a T-shirt. You know what I mean? So you're getting really cool things for a cheap price, which. It's not like, and like in my opinion, that's a really good deal, man. It's really cool that they're including more than just the movie. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
It's like some little miniature collection that they give.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
music there.
But yeah, so do you guys have anything else to add to this podcast episode before we call it? Is there anything that we possibly didn't discuss that you guys would want to throw out there?
I only want to put out there that the only reason I buy physical copies, I know that digital is easier to do, but the reason it really started is because when I started buying those rare games like digitally, I found out that some physical games that aren't that rare from like limitedrun.com are actually rare too. Like Outlast, you never know. A lot of those $30 games, they sell out so fast that you can't even find them at GameStop. You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
That's kind of where it started. And plus, Blu-ray disc, I heard they can't break that easily unless you purposely do it.
That doesn't surprise me.
You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to stomp on it to break it.
True. That's true. But, Barry, what were you going to say?
On the other hand, that's why... Or go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say...
I honestly... like I said, I think when it all comes down to it, I mean, I personally like digital, but which one do I prefer to buy? I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, it all comes down to who's got the better offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the deals.
The deal.
Yeah. So whoever's got the better deal. I mean, now unfortunately, I didn't get to buy the disc copy of Friday the 13th because I probably would have spent the same amount of money on it as Paul did. You know what I mean? Because you're getting so much for it. But I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, I just think it comes down to who has the better deals and what you're offering and what you're receiving with it. Because I mean, like I said, being someone like me that I game all the time. If I'm not working, I'm gaming. I enjoy getting my money's worth. I want to be able to say that, hey, I'm proud of the fact that I spent this money on this one item, and it gave me so much for it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I think it's I think it's just a really cool thing.
I agree. Like, kind of like what you're saying about me with how much I backed on Friday the 13th. I did not spend $275 plus another $110 for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, whatever you choose to buy, digital or disc, all I say is, don't regret it. I mean, you bought it for a reason, you know what I mean?
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So, people
Video
sit there and
games
say,
too.
what?
Everybody's different in video games too, because you could buy a disc, you could buy a digital. It doesn't make you like a bad person. It just means you like to do something that someone else doesn't like to do very much.
Or you're not a collector.
Or you're not a collector. But if you buy a disc, I just look at it this way: you could sell it if you wanted to and get a different game. Digital, unless they change it someday, you can't do that right now. But I know Xbox wanted to do it before you could sell digital games, which was pretty cool, but I guess they canned it.
I don't see how you could sell a digital game. I really don't.
Wanted it. I don't know how you would do it either, but I guess Xbox had a plan for it. They stopped trying to do it, I guess, or something like that.
I'm still confused with that, but okay.
Yeah, I really don't know how you would do it, but if you could do it, that would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But yeah, so guys, anything else you need to add?
Only that the games that we talked about today are actually good deals, and you should check them out.
And that you need to support them.
Oh yeah.
So we'll wrap it up real quick then. So we just talked about pretty much Friday the 13th tonight. We talked about Ghost Theory. What else did we get to? Little Nightmares, Wildlands, Outlast. I mean, we talked about a shitload.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It was definitely a great podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun with this.
Paul, if you had to, dude, you should make like a new series where we just talk about like anything that's related to like gaming and movies and soundtracks and stuff like that.
Well, that's pretty much what the off season is for, anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just find that off season help when me and Tessa aren't in the same room at the same time, kind of deal. Because there is some days where Tessa works until like 8 o'clock at night and whatever. So, what's gonna help me kill the time is not just sitting around on my ass. It's going to be talking with you guys or whoever, and we'll talk about things that we love to chat about, which is horror or whatever. Kind of like tonight. We had what I feel to be a great topic because I think it kind of shows, like, there is a difference between digital and physical, like, which is what we got to point across. But in the end, though, what do we really prefer, though? Is digital or physical? And like what Barry has said and what you have agreed with, Matt, too. It all depends on what the deal is.
It really is, because you can get a game for like $30 sometimes physical, or you can get a game digital for like $30 when it's $60 at GameStop. So it's good. It's good both ways.
Yeah. But what were you going to say, Barry?
No, actually, speaking of movies, I don't know. This is going to be kind of like off topic for a minute, but
that's fine.
Did you guys hear that? I mean, everybody's seen the Spider-Man movies, right? Did you guys hear that they're actually making a separate movie from Spider-Man, and it's going to be nothing but Venom and Carnage, and it's actually supposed to be an R-rated movie.
I did hear about this.
Part horror.
Yes.
It's going to actually be part horror. Like they're going to literally make it a horror movie of nothing but Venom and Carnage, and I think it's going to be really fucking cool because it's going to show you how sadistic Carnage and Venom are as a tag team, and there are going to be people that die. And
Venom is definitely one of my older villain favorite for sure.
Hell yeah. Villain's awesome. There's so many comics about him and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's talks that it's gonna be very gruesome.
Yeah.
Won't this be their first rated R movie too?
Yeah, besides Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they made Deadpool, right.
Which,
I mean, every other work.
with Deadpool 2
Every
is
other
in the
work
works.
coming out there. Yeah, Deadpool 2
Oh,
is in
yeah.
the works.
Yeah, I heard that.
What I heard about it, I thought it was pretty cool because, you know, I enjoy Venom, and I think he's one of the villains that nobody has actually taken time to. I mean, the only time you've ever seen him in a movie was Spider-Man 3. And I mean, he wasn't even really
Which sucks.
a big which was not a good, which definitely was not a good
No.
thing in my opinion. I didn't like it at all.
All I can say is that bar scene when he's in the bar just looking like fucking he's trying to act like Elvis or somebody.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Wow. I kind of forgot about that.
He was trying to act like all badass because of Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I thought that honestly was pretty cool.
Yeah. It was very funny.
But yeah, so to wrap it up, guys, well, I know we probably said it like 5 times now, but Matt, so in the end, what would you prefer? Physical or digital?
Physical, but it's what he said. It's it can be both ways. It depends on the deal. Like I really have bought so many physical games, it's ridiculous. But it just depends on the deal, you know. Sometimes digital really do have better deals than stuff. Or if I'm too lazy.
Okay, and I'm going to have one question which is also going to carry over to Barry too, and I'll answer it as well. But, so one last question for you, Matt, is if you had to choose between a digital copy of a game, like, we'll say, for an example, Killing Floor 2, okay? So, that it came digitally, but then it also is a physical exclusive GameStop. Would you
That's
still?
one of the games right
would
there.
you
That's
still?
what I'm talking about.
I know, but would you? So in this case, though, would you go with the physical or would you stay with the digital?
That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say that cheaper games sometimes that are sold at like Best Buy and GameStop or GameStop exclusively, especially when they sell out, they never get them again. I could not find Killing Floor 2 on physical. I wanted to, but I couldn't, so I did buy a digital. That's why it took me a while. You wanted me to buy it for like a few weeks, but I didn't buy it because I wanted it on disc, and then I finally bought it. We got the platinum.
Yep. And I just recently got the 3 added trophies for that game too. But Barry,
Yes.
back to you. So same question as I just said to Matt. So in the end, do you prefer digital and physical?
I mean, as of course you know that my answer is depends on who's offering the better thing. But I guess as much as I play it and as much as I buy it, I would say digital only because that's pretty much what I buy all the time is digital.
Okay.
But like I said, it also goes back to the fact that it all depends on who's got the better offer.
So then back to...
And I respect that.
Yeah, I do too. But then it goes back to like what I just asked Matt. So if you had to choose, Barry, between buying a digital copy or an exclusive physical copy of Killing Floor 2, which one would you get? Would you still stick to digital, or would you get the exclusive physical copy because it is an exclusive?
I'd probably go with the exclusive physical only because, like you said, it's exclusive.
Okay.
And that would be what I would do.
Yeah, and that's what I would do. I mean, I love my physical, but it also depends on if the game is only digital. If the game is only digital, I will just get the game digitally. But if it does have a physical copy, I'll probably most likely get the physical just because I like having the disc and case in my hands. because I like the artwork. I like the booklet. Like, even though, and I bet you guys can 100% agree with me, games stopped doing booklet, and it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, going back to you guys about sticking with digital, I can see why. There's really, besides just the front cover, I mean, that's it. That's all you could get now in physical copies. And it saddened me a lot.
Yeah.
But, like we also talked about, if I'm going to go with a physical, you need to sell me the physical. You need to give me that why I should get it, why I should run out to the store and get it. Give me that reason, whether it's a statue, physical soundtrack, physical book, art book, whatever. Kind of like Horizon Zero Dawn. That had a really cool collector's edition. You got the statue, art book, DLCs. I mean, what more could you really ask for? Just like me with buying Ghost Theory. I mean, I got that physical shit, but whatever. I mean, you know, I'd rather have the books, to be honest.
I want the books to come back too, but in my experience, I've been buying games for a long time. To the books that are like really big books are like Japanese games. Like every Japanese game I bought has a huge manual, or even a book that comes with it.
Oh.
Like sometimes it comes with like 5 or 10 soundtracks. I think Persona in like if you bought the Japanese version, came with like 10 soundtracks.
Man, I'm actually staring at the game right now, but here's another good example between, we'll just say digital and physical. Bloodborne. Okay.
Yes.
So, that had, and this kind of pisses me off, but overseas had the better physical collector than us U.S. people. But that's
Are you talking about that book and everything that came, like,
yes,
with a feather
the
and
book,
everything?
yeah, the old way of writing, like the ink, I forget the freaking word right now, but the ink, the old way to write, pretty much, with the feather and the ink and the,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We're talking about rare collector's editions now. Do you know how
yeah, the
rare that
inkwell
collector's edition was?
Yeah, that's what it was, the inkwell, yeah.
It was very rare to get that collector's edition.
Yep.
Like I think I was on the website the first day they announced it. PlayStation. There's a YouTube channel called PlayStation Access.
I
They're
saw
like,
that.
oh yeah, it came out today.
Yep.
And I tried to get it, and she goes, oh yeah, it's sold out. I was like, oh, I should have watched the whole video, because right when she said that you could get it, I tried getting it. But yeah, it's sold out.
Well, you could only get it overseas though. The U.S. version was only like, what, steel case and soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, I know, but like I forgot to tell you about this for Outlast. I bought 2 versions of the game. I bought the UK version or Australia version, whatever you want to call it, and then I bought the American version, which has 2 different cases, like symbols on the case. So I'm curious on if there's going to be any differences. I doubt it, because they already said there wouldn't be, but I bought 2 copies of it. One of them cost me $60, by the way.
That doesn't surprise me.
You can already guess where it came from. Fucking
overseas.
Yeah. They're like, and that's not even with shipping. That was $60 by itself.
Yep.
And then same for Little Nightmares. That game's like $60 or something like that too.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
But
yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. I want to thank Matt and Barry for joining me on this awesome episode. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And remember, which one do you prefer? Digital or physical? And also, remember guys, stay scary.